Yo, what up? Hope you're having a good old week. To start this off, a couple ways to support the growth of this podcast is letting other people know. Sounds obvious, but it's important for me to say it because it helps a lot. Also, rating or sharing this podcast also helps a ton. We have a YouTube channel. There isn't currently many videos or podcasts with accompanying videos right now, but there will be, so keep an eye out, and just know that the podcast also streams on YouTube. Our sponsors, Morse Block Deli. If you're in Barrie, Vermont, go to North Main Street, across from the courthouse and movie theater. You will see Morse Block Deli, where you can get the best food in town. It is really, really, really good. Get an egg sando, get the Italian, get a Granite City sandwich, get a veggie shawarma, get anything, really. Also, Madera Outdoor. Check out their website through the link in our description, in our show notes, and you can get all your springtime needs there. They also plant trees for every purchase, so know that you're helping out the CO2 problem. With that, here's the episode. Yo.
Sunday.
What up? Hope you guys are doing well.
March 17th.
March 17th.
Episode 17.
Oh, that's ironic. I don't think ironic's the right word.
Yeah, me either. Nothing is.
Serendipitous? No, there's definitely a word. It escapes me. What have you been up to this week? Same old?
Same old.
Work?
Yeah, it's been nice out though, so I've been out.
Nice.
Cleaned my car.
Nice. Only to get it salted up again.
Salted and dirty, yeah.
I'm going to have to switch chairs. This one's too creaky, but that's
yeah.
not a problem. Yeah, it's actually been a heat wave. I'm pretty sure it's been happening like across the U.S. I'm not too tuned into the nation's weather.
Yeah, for us, it's a dramatic change.
It was so dramatic. It was intense. You wake up and feels like summertime.
Yeah.
In reality, it's 60 degrees, but
you can see farther over snowbanks because they've shrunk in a foot or whatever.
Right? Yeah, for real. And you can actually walk on the sidewalk instead of a foot of snow.
Yeah.
I've been wearing my shoes.
Good.
Yep. I'm not quite ready to retire the boots yet. Once I retire these boots, I'm gonna just hard stop and throw them out.
Yeah.
So they don't take up space, and they're wrecked already. Not enough to where I can't use them, but in deep snow, snow's in my boots.
You got your money's worth.
I did get my money's worth, even though I was totally tricked into thinking they were like American made. Because I don't know if you've heard of the company Duluth.
Nope.
This isn't bashing the company because they definitely sell like other good quality products, but like when it comes to boots, you're in them all the time. You're putting a lot of weight into them. They need to be sturdier.
Yeah.
And these boots were advertised as like the hardiest.
America.
Well, yeah, it was like people with ship rigging who are next to like frozen oceans.
Yeah.
This is what they use, and it was like. I'm pretty sure, like, at the time, I thought it said made right in blah, 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 wherever it was, but apparently they were just, like, designed there or designed for there or something, because they're definitely Chinese brand. But I had already bought them, so had to put them into use. I'm not one for, like, thinking about returning items, even though I definitely should be.
Yeah.
I've never returned an item.
Yeah. You bought it.
Even when it comes to, like, restaurants, I don't know.
I know. I feel
Call
the
me
same.
a pushover, but
I feel the same. No,
it's not.
It doesn't apply to me that that's an option. Really.
Right? Yeah, it doesn't. And also, being in food service, I don't know. I just don't like pissing people off.
Me either.
Just go with the flow. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
In fact,
we get that because we've been on the end.
Right. Yeah, we've been on that end of the customer service. Speaking about what I did this week, when we got off of last week's podcast, I went home, of course.
Yeah.
But then I went bowling.
Yeah.
And I almost missed them because when I got home, I thought that it was happening more in the afternoon. which I'm glad you dropped me off when you did.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Because it was like 20 minutes after I got home.
We were going to do something, too. Or?
Yeah, we were going to head out. But I had my headphones on. I was playing Apex Legends.
Nice.
And they were like knocking at the door. And then all of a sudden, I didn't hear them at all. My bedroom's kind of like in a weird position to hear. So our sister, Drea, she comes in and she's like, I think somebody's here. So went with them. It was actually a good time. When we first got there, Twin City Lanes, it was packed. I didn't realize how popular bowling is. Specifically there, it was packed on a Sunday. I think it was about noon. Like when we got there.
That's crazy. It was
like
packed
12.
all night Saturday.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're making bank there.
Oh, yeah. Beverages.
Yeah,
Food,
for sure.
yeah.
It was actually a really good time. So there was no lanes open when we first got there, like 0.
Wow.
And
like a waiting line. Oh.
Yeah, and Kay's Corner was full, and the arcade was full. Kay's Corner actually had like a booth or two open, which we just went over there and sat down. We got some appetizers, and the food took a long time to get to us. But it's because it was extremely busy, and from my perspective, and I'm not a manager, and I never have been, but they were understaffed.
Oh, yeah.
When it came to, like, I don't know if it was the facilities not big enough to do it, but it took a long time to get the food. But for me, we're waiting for lanes anyway. We're not there for the food, even though we're there for the food, like, at that moment.
Yeah,
but
so
like
double waiting.
Yeah, but we're there for Sam. We're there for Sam's birthday.
Yeah.
We're all hanging out. There's like 6 to 9 of us, and we're all supposed to be having a good time. And no offense, Bryce, but you're a bitch ass, dude. You're just like complaining the whole time. Have some patience, dude.
Like asking where the food is.
Not even further than that. Like making it loudly like apparent that the service isn't. Like,
yeah.
And like, that doesn't help, dude.
No,
It doesn't help. But other than that, it was all fine. I mean, we got our food, and once it slowed down, it was immediately apparent because the people who came later, that like sat at our table with us, they ordered food and got it within like 10 minutes.
Nice.
It was like ready to go. But you got to think when those line cooks are stacked and stacked and stacked. And
I was gonna say, I'm on I see that happening right now.
Yep.
And when we're busy, dude, there's literally not a blink.
Yeah, you must have a pretty good position.
Yeah,
because you don't feel that stress.
No, I just sit there and make sure they have stuff to grab.
Yeah,
which is easy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, we ended up getting amazing fries. It was bacon cheddar fries.
That's so good. So
bacon,
good.
Cheese, and potatoes. That's what's up, dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Mom actually just got me potato wedges. Or cooked me potato wedges.
Oh, at work?
Yeah. Or no, at home, but.
Oh, okay. I'm just confused because I don't know where I was.
Yeah, I know. I don't know where you were either.
Maybe I was there.
Possibly. I stop in and go quick.
Yeah.
So.
In and out.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I got to bowling, we all got our shoes, our big old clown shoes. You know what? I used to think that I used to not like those bowling shoes. They feel nice on your feet.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why. They just feel, it's like snug. It's almost like, I think it's the fact that they're rigid.
Yeah.
You know what? It's like a dress shoe. Have you ever worn like a dress shoe
I
with
know
like a boxy toe?
Yeah.
That's about what it is. Yeah. I wouldn't like to run in it, and I wouldn't like to be hiking in it.
Clowny.
Yeah, they're clowny.
But
definitely.
nice.
But, yeah, they feel good. They feel like you're going to an event.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you what, we're all just so awkward with bowling. Like, nobody's good at bowling. We don't bowl. Like, we're not good
it's
at it.
It's awkward. Like, everyone's holding their bowling ball, walking up, but no one's talking.
Yeah, we did really well. Sam bowled the highest every single game. We only played 2 games, but we had 2 lanes, and we were set up with, like, 3 on one, 4 on the other. And we weren't really in a competition, but I made it that way. Not in like
in a fun way.
Yeah, in a fun way, exactly. Yeah, because I just stated to everybody that I was going to try to be the highest scorer. And I was confident with it, and I wanted to do that so that everybody else had some investment instead of just bowling to bowl. It was like, actually, you got to get as many of those pins down as you can, because you're only like 3 points down, and the person who you're competing against just got a strike.
Ooh.
Yeah. Sam got like 4 or 5 strikes in one game.
Damn.
Yeah, that's pretty good out of,
More
I think, 10
yeah.
frames. Yeah.
It's funny. People that are wicked good are like, that's nothing.
It really is nothing to a lot of good people. We couldn't figure out, one of the most annoying things about public bowling is that, well, public bowling as if there is private bowling, but yeah, I ain't got the money for that. The bowling balls, you can never find one that like fits your finger.
Yeah.
Or if you do, it's like too heavy or it's like too light or whatever. Well, I found one, the perfect finger holes.
Nice.
It weighed like 1,000 pounds. We called it the cannonball because it was pure black too. And
Yeah.
I'm telling you what, man, that's what I used for most of the rest of the game. And as long as you lined it up good, as long as you went right down the middle, strike. As long as you hit where you were meaning to, if you were like aiming for it, that thing would not move left or right. It would just roll and roll and roll all the way in. Yeah, it was good fun. I definitely did. Well, I can't say definite, but it was definite. But I was the second place person in the first game, and then I was like third or fourth in the second game.
Yeah.
I did good, but I only got like 111 points in the first game, and I got, I think even less than that, like 108 or something in the second one.
So you can get 300, right?
Yeah, you can get 300.
Yeah.
And this is something we were trying to come up with. We were trying to like figure out how much point. I could look this up. It'd be so easy. How many points is it if you get a strike?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
So if there's 10 frames, it must be 30? That doesn't make sense. You're going to look it up real quick?
Yeah, I'm going to.
All right, cool. Yeah, it was actually pretty nice when we actually got settled into like the rhythm of bowling. Everybody kind of piled out of there, and we were able to. We weren't crowded in the beginning, but we were a lot less crowded after everybody piled out. And then we got some more food. I honestly, the way that I get paid is kind of weird. So I was broke, even though I had like, I got my paycheck, but I wasn't able to cash it yet. So I like had money, but I just felt so bad because like I'm not gonna ask for things, and I already ate some of the appetizers, and they're already paying for like my bowling shoes and stuff. You found out the answer?
Yeah.
What is it?
10, you just get 10 points, but you get plus a bonus of whatever is scored with the next 2 balls. It says in this way, the points scored for the 2 balls after the strike are counted twice.
I'm not gonna pretend to understand that.
I'm not gonna pretend I read that.
Yeah, so you get a bunch of points if you keep rolling strikes. That's the moral of that story.
Yeah.
That's how you can get to 300. Yeah, we were, so going back to just like me not having actual cash on me, I was like not bumming, but a little it's weird.
Bumming.
Yeah, I was bumming. I was bumming out.
Yeah,
I was bummed.
Like at lunch in high school where you're like,
yup.
Yeah, you finishing those fries?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but here's this nice surprise. Here comes great opportunity, great time. Well, serendipity. I'm sitting there chilling. It's not my turn to bowl right off, and somebody walks up. And this is going to sound weird at first, but understand this is a family member. This is an aunt. I should just say that right off the bat. Yeah. And somebody like rubbed my back just like with one hand and said, "Hey, hon." So
hey, hon.
I had to say that it was my aunt first so that you get an understanding. Like it's not just some random stranger coming up. And she offered to buy me a beer.
Nice.
Yeah. And
shout out.
I was like, yeah, I'll take a cider. You know, like a good quality citizen cider.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, okay. And so she went and got me one and brought it back, and I was able to have a drink.
In a glass, right?
Yep, in a glass, tall glass.
Nice.
Pint.
I want to experience that.
Yeah, it was honestly nice. Just bowling, having a drink.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was honestly like, because it's the worst feeling when you have money and you don't have access to it.
Yeah.
Like I'm physically not broke, but I don't have any bills in my pocket, and I don't work off credit card or a debit card right now, even though that's something I want to. I never wanted to until recently.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now
it
I
opens
am.
up doors.
Yeah, I want to do that. But so yeah, it was kind of frustrating, especially when I'm drinking a water, and literally everybody else has an alcoholic drink.
Dang. Good thing for the aunt.
Yep. Yeah, she was wicked cool about it. Said,
Heck
hey.
yeah. I feel like I'd want to do that for my like niece nephew.
Right? Yeah. Just like, hey, how are you doing?
Intoxicate.
Hmm.
Just kidding.
Then we went to the arcade.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It was fun.
That arcade. I mean, there's a lack of quality machines, but the ones that they do have that are pretty good are definitely pretty fun.
Yeah.
They got this. They got like Big Buck Hunter.
Mm.
They've got this coin machine. I don't know if you ever remember the arcade, like when you were younger and you were at like a carnival, and you put like a quarter in, and it would drop down onto the stack of other quarters, and
Push.
there'd be like a mechanical thing like pushing them. Well, this one was for tokens, and you ended up winning like credits for the arcade, like whatever they call that, prize store.
Yeah.
And Cameron played that for some time.
Really?
Yeah. He actually got like, there's these special cards that you can get that drop down on top of it, and he got like 3 cards, and they were worth like hundreds of tickets apiece.
Go Cam.
Yeah, and they walked out of there with a space cat blanket. That's what they chose to. It was 1,000 tickets.
Sweet.
It was just cats in space eating ice cream and pizza. Yeah.
Imagine how many like 12-year-olds went home with that too.
Yeah, right.
Or like young kids.
It amazes me what you can actually win if you have a shit ton of tickets.
Oh yeah.
A Nintendo Switch,
Xbox One. Yeah.
a hoverboard.
Dude, you've never been to Dave and Buster's. It's like.
I'm getting nervous right now. I want to go.
Yeah, you gotta go. It's huge, dude. It's like 2.
You been? Yeah, it
Arizona.
sounds like you've been.
Oh yeah, 5th grade.
They have one in New Hampshire.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We're going.
Semi-close.
Bringing you.
I definitely want to go.
Yeah. 'Cause that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's huge.
Here's my problem, though. It's not a problem. But I think I miss out on half of the experience of an arcade because I kind of treat it like... I shouldn't treat it like this. I treat it like just video games in the way that I play them at home. I'm just trying to have fun.
Yeah.
I go for the funnest looking games, and they generally are not credit games.
Oh, I know.
Like
what you
can't, you can't win tickets from the types of games that I
Yeah.
usually play, and I just get lost in playing those games.
I mean, that's why you go then.
Well, it is why I go, but that's why I was saying I think I miss out on half. I miss out on the half that's like actually looking up at all the stuff that you could walk away with, and to
like
me,
striving for something.
Yeah, striving for something. To me, I know, like logically, the reason is I don't want anything that's on the lower end of those arcade stuff, like the prize winnings. And if I were to strive and save up for something up top, first of all, I could just buy it. Second off, I don't live near an arcade where I could regularly like build up credits, because that's what people do.
Dude,
they visit like once a week,
Pizza Putt?
twice a week. Yep, Pizza Putt.
I had my birthday there every year,
and you saved up.
and I had 7,000 saved up or something.
Wow.
Like,
What'd you get?
They got it on paper. Sold it to a different owner. They switched their systems. None of mine.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, I couldn't use any.
I'd
of
be
it.
mad.
Dude,
You're mad
like
right now.
5 years. I know. Red face.
Yeah. Wow.
Like 5 years of saving up, gone.
Wow. That sucks. That sucks. I've been to Pizza Putt once.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be the go-to.
Yeah, it was definitely talked about a lot.
Yeah.
And I remember having these fantasy ideas of what it looked like before I actually went.
Yeah.
It's this rundown warehouse style, the worst pizza you could imagine.
I know,
Like, but I had fun.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. The mini golf is sweet. Like, it's definitely.
You want to hear what happened to me in the batting cage?
Oh.
The batting cage. We swipe our card, and so we get access to it. Step into the batting cage with the bat.
Yeah.
And nothing's happening. For real.
Really?
Yeah, there's hundreds of softballs all around me, and nothing's coming at me. So I came to the conclusion, I was like, oh, it's empty. So, whatever. I paid, so I'm in here. I'm just going to throw them up and hit them myself.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have some fun. So, throw one up, hit it. Whack. Throw another one up. Thunk. That first one that I hit landed in the well.
Oh, shit.
And came at me full speed. And I was in the middle of my next swing. Chandler was there to confirm all of this. Middle of my next swing, where my left arm, the one facing like the thing, was raised up. That softball hit me underneath the armpit, right in the rib, so hard. So hard, dude. Yeah, the chances of that happening.
Yeah,
I throw the
dude.
first one up, hit it, it lands in the well without me realizing it.
Sucks it up and shoots it.
Yep. And as I'm swinging for the next ball,
That's like
thunk.
that's like on security cameras. That would be like a meme. A GIF.
Oh, I wish I could have that security footage.
Yeah, dude.
Oh man. Yeah, that was that was hilarious. We're all laughing. His dad's laughing. I'm laughing.
Damn.
As much as I could laugh.
Yeah.
No broken rib, but that
Yeah,
was something else. I also got a hole-in-one that day off of I literally just, it was on the Mount Rushmore. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That hole?
Yeah.
I'm standing at the square one, and we were rowdy, dude.
Always.
Everybody's rowdy.
Yeah.
That's why that place has dents in every single corner, every single facet of the place. So I just wail it as hard as I can, and it bounces off like George Washington's eyeball, Abe Lincoln's chin, and then boom, hole in one.
Oh, Tiger Woods. Huh?
Yeah. It reminds me of the Happy Gilmore scene at the end,
Yeah.
where he like this newsstand collapses, and they continue the game, and he ends up making this crazy trick.
Crazy.
That movie's so cheesy when you watch it nowadays, but it still holds up. It's still so funny.
I reminisce about it all the time.
Yeah,
Dude.
his missing hand.
Yeah, that movie's awesome.
Dude that looks like Morgan Freeman. He's like the wholesome Morgan Freeman, that guy. I don't know who he is, but
Me either.
he's cool.
Yeah. Mini golf, you know that hole where you go down and it comes up that ramp?
Oh, yep.
Hole in one on that one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
happened
Stonehenge,
once.
I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it like goes into Stonehenge.
Yep.
That's cool.
Epic.
Do you remember? You probably don't. I don't think that you were old enough to remember this. They used to have a mini golf place at Twin City.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What?
That building, the arcade building,
Yeah.
that half of it used to never be there.
No arcade.
Okay, so this is the thing. It existed, but only halfway. It was like a play
ball
place.
pit.
Yes, it was a
Yeah,
ball
I
pit and
remember
play
that.
place and birthday room. Super weird.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, like where pizzas.
Yes,
and
yeah, they
people-
were bringing
yeah.
pizzas.
My kindergarten girlfriend or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, that's where you went.
That's where she went for her birthday. And
That's
stuff.
funny.
Yeah.
I went to the most awkward middle school birthday. Dude, this is why it was so awkward. I was dating this girl, and it's middle school dating. You know how that's like not serious or anything.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really like this girl, and apparently other people did too, because she was also dating two other people. And we all got invited to the birthday party, and we all show up. And I took it the coolest, I think, because I was just like, oh,
that's the game.
yeah. Well, I was also like, I don't know. I think I dropped the whole feeling like I was the victim. I was just like, I basically saw that as, oh, we're not dating anymore. So I felt free all of a sudden. I felt like, oh, I can just go and enjoy myself. And I know for a fact that she was like, I don't understand. I think it was just like some wrapped. This is what in retrospect, some part of me thinks that it was along the lines of her friends asking people out for her. And you got to mind, this is middle school. This is
kids.
Like, 5th graders.
You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. So, I mean, all's forgiven on that end. It was a fun time. I remember it being like crazy rowdy. There was like minimal staff there. There was like this. It was a weird energy though.
Yeah. That place has been. That's cool how it's been around, and we've just
it's evolved.
Yeah, we've seen it evolve.
It makes so much money, dude.
Oh my god.
Nowadays, it's like
Cosmic Night bowling.
But here's I'm not a business person. I don't know their numbers. Whatever. But they paid like $1 million+ for that laser tag to get built and for the equipment to go in.
So they had that beforehand. Like they knew
they either had it beforehand or they had the projected income. Yeah, it's basically like a loan. It's like getting a house.
Yeah, they had their margins.
Right. You know that it's so they're probably paying it all back as we speak. You know,
it's all because it's just property or equipment.
Yeah, and
they pay off.
A multiple $100,000 like setup for laser tag, which
definitely makes sense, dude. They have they have bowling, they have the laser tag in the arcade, they have K's Corner.
Yep,
so there's a lot of like.
They monopolize that little square. Yeah. It's a really cool establishment. Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
I've been to the world's largest arcade.
What?
Yep.
Where?
In New Hampshire.
It's right in New Hampshire.
Dude, we're going.
Wow, I'm missing out.
Yeah. Yeah. Facts.
Yeah, facts, dude.
Yeah, the world's largest arcade. We went twice and for 4+ hours.
Definitely.
Oh man.
2 story, 3 stories.
$60+.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played pinball mostly. After playing every other game, I just played pinball most of the time because I didn't grow up around pinball.
Yeah.
And so I didn't understand how fun it was until this. And they had like 30+ pinball machines to choose from, all of different eras. Bro, it's a 3-story, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of arcade machines. Basically anyone you could ever imagine.
That's pretty
Every
sick.
version of Super Mario. They had these old I like that. Jet fighting games where you sit. It's like the racing games where you sit on the thing.
Yeah.
Well, this was a jet fighting one from like the 80s
like
or
3
90s.
screen.
Yes, 3 screen. You've probably seen it.
Yeah.
Like in a different place. Yeah, and when you turn, the thing actually like turns up with you, like turns left.
Yeah.
And it like shakes when you get hit with a missile.
It's pretty epic, dude.
Yeah, it is pretty epic. They also had like skee ball in the basement and stuff. But they had these people walking around. So in the context that I went there, we went and camped out at this resort. And the way that this resort worked, it was high class timeshare, massive place. But once a year, they open up to their timeshare owners, family members to come and camp on this like small campsite.
Yeah.
It just sounds weird to me. But it wasn't weird. It was pretty cool. So like my good friend Cameron's girlfriend, her parents, they had a timeshare there. So they invited us, the kids, to come camp. So they're inside in this like beautiful establishment, and they actually cooked us dinner like multiple times. Nice. And we camped for a week.
Score.
It was a week, bro, of like in this massive like 8-person, 10-person tent. All the munchies you could imagine.
Hell yeah.
Cameron doesn't smoke, but like fuck, dude. It was a good time. And we had like Muddy Buddies. We had like a pound of Sour Patch Kids. It was just a grand old time. It was great. But here's the thing. It wasn't just camping. We had access to the entire timeshare place, this entire resort. So yes, we're in a tent, but during the daytime, we're like hiking trails.
Dope.
We're like in jacuzzis, in saunas, in the pool. Oh, that was a good time. That's awesome. That's one of my favorite vacations. I've been on a couple of vacations, but that was fun, dude. But going back to the arcade, we drove past it on the way there, and we were like, oh shit, definitely got to check that out. So we check it out one day, and we were with his girlfriend and her friend, and her friend, Tiggle Bitties, she's getting handed tokens. Like hundreds of tokens. This dude is coming by and just putting tokens in her cup.
Let's go.
Like $100 worth of tokens.
What?
Just straight up tipping this chick like she's a stripper. So she was just feeding us.
Hell yeah.
She was giving all us. Nice. Yeah, it was a good time. It was fun. She was a poor sport the second time we went though.
Wow. Because that didn't happen?
No, I don't know what it was. It probably wasn't anything like significant to the actual going there. It was the
we're human.
Well, my friend's girlfriend, she had to go home for a little bit because of school, but she was coming back. So this was during that time. So maybe she was just lonely without somebody else. Because us guys, we don't even hang out with each other when we're in there.
Yeah. You're right.
We're straight up just
You're
like,
just
tokens, I'm going to play pinball.
Totally zoning.
Cameron, straight up, he's a good gamer. Like,
Yeah, he is.
He just
I
is.
get that from him, yeah.
And I'm over there on the pinball machine for like 30, 40 minutes. And I literally still have this. I'm like writing down my scores.
Right.
And I'm like getting better. And it was this really, really cool, it's called like Big Guns. And you have to like save this, you have to save this castle from like invaders. And I'm playing it for like 40 minutes and I'm writing down my score and I'm getting up there and I get like 400,000, like 500,000, like 600,000 score. And Cameron comes over and finally and he's like, "Hey dude, what are you up to?" And I'm like, "Dude, check this out. It's so fun." He's like, "Hey, can I try?" Kid you not, his first game, he breaks $1 million.
What the
Breaks $1 million. Crushes my hopes and dreams.
Yeah, you're just like
and just walks off.
You're drowning in your sorrows.
Yup. Just looking at my piece of paper and then back up at his high score.
It up.
Yeah.
Looking at pinball and being
I go to the next pinball machine like, well, he doesn't have the high score on this one. Yeah.
Oh man.
It was funny.
Yeah.
Did you see the new Tesla is announced?
Oh no.
It's like an SUV style Tesla.
Oh, epic.
Yeah, it's definitely epic. There's not really much I can say about it other than it's a really good thing. Like electric cars, it's a good movement. We need to get off of relying on oil.
Yeah.
And like,
I mean, it only makes sense.
It only makes sense. We're flooding the atmosphere full of carbon.
Right.
It's.
I mean, we've been doing it forever, and like we haven't even reflected on it, what it's doing, or we have, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. In my view of things, we've been doing it for such a short period of time that we haven't been able to reflect, and now we're at the reflecting period where, because 100 years in human history is not a long time.
Cars?
Yeah,
Or
like
motors?
that's like the Industrial Revolution was early 1900s.
Yeah.
So if you think about early 1900s, we're in the early 2000s. 100 years in the blip of humanity, we are so early on.
Yeah.
And we are at the time of reflection where we're saying, "Oh shit, the science says we're fucking shit up."
The pattern, yeah, it's literally just patterns.
Yeah, and I don't know, I don't know where the future's going. That's an obvious statement to make. But we're heading there very fast.
Yeah.
Like the weather changes, dude. The weather changes are real. And like it just fucking snowed. It just snowed in a desert. It's not supposed to snow in.
Enough said.
Enough
right
said.
there, dude.
It was a beautiful. It was like, it's beautiful and horrifying at the same time. The drone footage of this fucking cacti.
Really?
Yeah. 30-foot tall cacti spent 120 years getting that tall, and now they're under a foot of snow. And of course, the next day it's probably gone.
Yeah, dying.
Yeah, but the fucking pattern is rare. It's real, dude.
Oh, man.
It's there.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of flooding. I mentioned this on the ride here. A bunch of flooding in like Ohio and Nebraska.
Yeah, it's cold enough ground so it's frozen, but it's warm enough to where everything's melting.
Yep.
It's staying. That's.
Yep. That's.
Picture that. Like, picture just the heat and the cold. Like,
bro, if all the ice caps melt, you know how many feet the sea level is estimated to rise if all the ice caps melt? 280 feet.
So by New York.
Yep. By New York, by Miami. By
America is gonna be small.
I think
like
San
we're just
Francisco.
gonna lose land, basically.
Yeah,
picture
and what I heard historians say that made so much sense is that we have archaeological proof of civilizations living on coastlines and then getting the sea level rises, and then that civilization it's not wiped out in the sense that everybody stayed there and they all died, but no, they had to up and move.
Yeah.
But
and we've been doing that as a human race. We've been migrating
right
where we've had to be
and like I said, how we're early on in the Industrial Revolution. Pre-Industrial Revolution, New York City wasn't what it is today. Yeah. Well, now it is, and now the sea level is rising. You can't just up and move a city. So it's like, we're stuck in these crazy dilemmas that, when ignored, Well, it's not even about ignoring or not ignoring. You can full blown know that New York City will be underwater, and what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Is there anything to? Can you do anything about it?
Back up.
They talk about a seawall. What the fuck?
No way, dude.
What the fuck?
We're just gonna stop this giant.
Picture it being glass, and then you're looking like outside your skyscraper window underwater, and there's like
Whoa.
sharks swimming by.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
But you're mad about it because it's scary.
Yeah, you got great whites swimming up next.
That's intense though.
Yeah,
because like it's happening. Something's happening.
it's just a disruption in everything. Like the
Yeah.
temperature change, it disrupts it all.
Yep.
So it's like it's greater extremes. You get crazy, like the jet streams.
It's gonna put us to the test, dude. I want to see how.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm excited to see how we handle whatever happens.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're definitely heading in a direction.
Yeah.
And we're so young, dude. Not just me and you, but I mean like our generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next.
Look at what we got.
I know.
Look what we got handed to us.
I know.
And we're not.
You're so right. Like.
Oh, hello. What? Holy shit. There's how much carbon in the atmosphere? Holy shit. There's what?
Dude, there's places you like shouldn't breathe
Yeah.
because of it.
Yeah. I hope humanity's going to be fine. I just hope
Yeah.
like the masses will be okay. Cuz there's definitely rich elites who have everything set. Just a city under a mountain. I got my freshwater lake right here, buddy.
Everything I need. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, everybody else is just scraping on the side. It's hard for me to imagine. I don't believe we'll get it. You can't say really, but apocalyptic, it just doesn't seem
Right.
super realistic.
We're past that point. Or
Yeah.
no answer. There's
No answer, but I just see like we're so technologically advanced and we're able to come up with something that it would take a crazy event like meteor impact.
Yeah, I feel like you say the gun made man equal.
Yep.
And now because of our technology, we have such weaponry that like we are equal to something super extreme type thing. You know what I mean? Like it would take something wicked extreme to take us out.
Yeah, because we have our technology is crazy, and if shit happens, we just like come out from under the rock with our computer that we protected, and we just be like, oh, okay, just reboot. You know, we have to take some steps to reboot, but we can do it. And as far as nuclear war, I don't foresee that being a huge possibility. I'm not saying it won't happen or that it's not a possibility, but Putin, Russia's president, he said he had like a small like comment to make on it, and he quoted Einstein. This is what Einstein said. He says, he's like, I don't know what World War III will be fought with, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones, he said.
Dude.
Meaning that any World War III will result in a catastrophic humanitarian, like worldwide, the complete destruction of it all. And Putin, his like reflection on that was, it's very unlikely that anybody is going to like take those steps. Imagine, so this is a greater way to imagine it. You would just mention the quote. I don't know who exactly said it, but it goes, God made man, Samuel L. Colt made man equal, because he invented the gun. And I won't get into the history of that because I don't know if he invented the gun or not, but that's what it said. So he invented the revolver. Well, if you picture two people in the street and they're about to fight, this is like no guns, no knives, and one dude is like crazy big and the other dude is like crazy small. Well, that crazy big dude is likely going to win, you know?
Yeah.
If they're both equally skilled. You give that small dude a gun, well, now he wins. You give that big dude a gun as well, well, now it's equal. We don't know. It's all quick of the draw.
Yep.
So when it comes to countries, you can be a small-ass country with a nuclear arsenal, and you're just as powerful as America.
Yeah.
Not literally, not really, but you do have nuclear capability.
Just as much pull.
Yep, with one push of the button, city gone. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
And these aren't nukes that we're talking about from World War II.
These are 2019.
These are 2019 fucking massive big booms.
Like
big
these
booms.
are put attack in a state and boom.
These are bombs that Yeah, these are not atom bombs. These are nitrogen bombs. These are crazy, crazy, crazy weapons. Just sitting in a nuclear submarine off the coast of every country there is, basically. Just ready. Literally ready.
Yeah, I know. Like, armed and...
They spent 3 months underwater.
The red button is glowing, dude. It's literally calling their name.
Yeah. Yeah, it's ready for anything, really.
Yeah.
Do you have...
Sketchy. Time? Yeah, we're in 40 minutes right now.
Weird, because I just forgot to set mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about springtime.
Yeah, let's do this. Hiking.
Springtime is almost upon us. We got a crazy heat wave this week with multiple like 50 and 60 degree days.
T-shirt weather.
Yeah. So I finally remembered the book, 50 Hikes in the White Mountains. Oh, excuse me. And we decided on probably the first hike that we'll do out of this book that we can check off of our list. And that is, man, I just had it bookmarked and then I took the bookmark out.
It's going to be like an hour and a half away.
I think it's 7. Number 7. Nope. Come on. Maybe.
Wasn't it Artist Bluff and Bald Mountain?
Yeah.
Artist's Bluff.
Oh, it's right here. It's number 16, page 82. Okay. Artist Bluff and Bald Mountain. 1.5 mile hike. Estimated walking time 1.25 hour. 400 feet of vertical rise.
Nothing.
And it is just off of highway, I believe, I-89. No, New Hampshire 18. So NH 18. It has a parking lot. Well, it's not exactly its parking lot, but it's really, really close. Because the parking lot for it is like you have to pay a fee, which is whatever. It's fine, but but we foresee ourselves going up there in a couple weeks' time, camping out for a night. It's only an hour and change away from us, so that's not too difficult to get to.
Drive an hour, hike an hour, sleep a night. Yeah,
hang out, get a good view. I want to definitely hike or camp on a place with a view.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit out of the wind, but
if it's a good night, or
we could take the top off.
I was gonna say cowboy
camp. I'm down for that.
It'd be epic.
There's a couple other hikes in here.
I want warm tea, dude. That's what we need. Like, I'm gonna say it on the podcast, so I bring it.
Warm tea?
Yeah, heat up some water just because it's cold and tea's good.
Yeah, I agree with that. Bring a little honey.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. What else? Oh yeah, we gotta gear wise. I want to inventory our gear. I want to actually get it to a point where we can make a YouTube video about it.
Yeah.
Which makes me next time I come next weekend, I want to bring all the main stuff.
Like fill your backpack.
Yeah, fill my backpack, like the tent, cooking stuff, the fuel, like pocket rocket at the top of it. I want to bring all of it, my handsaw.
I want a picture of it all.
Yeah, and then I also want to include and literally inventory as if we're like taking stock of everything and write it all down or make an Excel sheet.
Yes.
We could even make it. We should really make an Excel sheet, and we should.
I could print it off.
Well, yeah, and we should have it up, and we should like weigh everything.
Wow.
Because imagine just having an Excel sheet where you just like click this, click that.
It would be epic, yeah.
Yeah, you can see it all.
It's epic because like it would be our own. It's our personal thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of these Excel sheets, like adventure Excels.
Yeah,
and they work really well. It's very organizational. In fact, I could work on that with my half equipment because I have the Excel app on my iPad.
And then you could easily send it'd be easy. You can send it to me.
Yep. Yeah, so that's no problem. Once we get that up, or once we get like our inventory, it's just going to be a lot easier for us to
grab and go.
Yeah, plan the trip and know exactly what we need to get.
Yeah.
What we need to grab from our.
That's what we need. We need to eliminate like the question. Just
Yeah, we need to streamline what we're doing.
Yeah.
Because currently in the early stages of this, full disclosure, it's not as streamlined as it could be. But that is not for, well, it's in time and, what do they call it? Practice. Time and practice.
That's what it's all about.
There's a couple of these hikes that I'm checking out that are actually like really cool looking hikes.
They're all relatively an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah, except for some of these, some 8 hours.
Oh, away?
No, away. No, you're right. It's generally, if that was an hour and a half, I'd say it's everything's within 3 hours.
Nice. I like that.
And that's pushing it.
These
so
are the
it's
White
probably
Mountains,
within
bro.
2
The White
hours.
Mountains.
And look how jumbled up it is.
Yeah.
So you're able, like, we can probably say, like, we could knock off 2 in a weekend or something. We could, like, hike one, hike out, hike up another, camp there, and the next day, hike another.
I dig it, dude. I
The
dig it.
Kangamangas Highway has, like, 13 right on it. Not to mention, there's so much national forest, like, around these areas.
Yeah. You just hike off.
Yeah, hike off. Check it out. Check it out. I'm not Canadian, but sometimes I sound it.
I'm probably taking a trip to Canada.
Soon?
Yeah.
Like,
The opportunity might come forth.
that's cool. For, like, a concert or something?
Yeah, or just to see it, just to drive through it,
Check it out.
check it out, maybe Airbnb it.
Nice.
I don't know. It wouldn't be me. I would just be tagging along. But
Do you have your passport?
you just need the enhanced license,
Oh, okay.
which I do.
Nice. Yeah, that's handy then.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I just drive through it straight through.
Shelter. Now I know the symbol for shelter now. Cause
Oh yeah.
we have a tent, of course, but
Yeah, it'd be nice to go like shelter bounce for a
yeah,
weekend.
it doesn't seem like New Hampshire is not super shelter friendly.
Oh really?
No, Maine is. Vermont is.
Vermont, definitely, yeah.
But
We sheltered up the whole state.
yeah, for real. No, not many shelters. I just flipped through like 10 hikes and didn't see any.
Man, it's gonna be epic though. I like tenting.
Yeah, we just talked about, we were checking out what Hyperlight Mountain Gear has for tents.
Oh yeah.
And they have one that I had yet to fully appreciate or see. I forgot the name of it. You want to?
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, we're already on the site. Oh, that looks so nice.
So nice, dude.
What is it called?
It's just the pyramid tent.
Okay,
The
yeah, they
ultralight
got
backpacking.
they got a crazy cool looking pyramid tent.
Yeah. It's long. It's like a giant. It's like a rectangle.
Yeah, because the one problem with ours, which is the Echo 2, is that you can't really sit up. It's not super comfortable. You can lie down
it's
good.
Definitely, yeah, it's minimal.
It's minimal.
It's put it up and then go in it to fall asleep.
Exactly. And one person in there, it's not too
Little
bad.
vestibule. Yeah.
Right. 2 people, it's not too bad. It's just like, yeah, that's it. It's just minimal. Just go to bed.
I could definitely see it's useful.
It's definitely useful. It's super light. That's why we bought it, dude.
Yeah. And this one
It's
right
like
here
the
is only a
latest.
pound, bro.
A pound more?
No, it's just a pound. It's a pound.
No, it's more than that.
It's a pound at 1.17.
I don't know. That's not true though. That's not.
That's just the tab above it.
I think it's definitely more. It's like a 4-person tent, but it wouldn't be more to the point where it's not worth it.
Right. It doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Those tents are absolutely amazing. That's an amazing picture.
Definitely.
Wow.
Hyperlight, not a sponsor.
Yeah, we want them to be though.
That'd be
Hyperlight.
pretty epic, yeah.
Reach out.
Reach out. business@theadventurebrothers.com.
That's funny. Well then.
Yeah, we're hitting it.
What time is it?
We're 47.
Okay.
We got time. Boo.
Well, what are you up to? Like, what are you doing, man? Honestly. Like, what are you up to?
Honestly working out and learning music.
Yeah? Like learning music? Or-
Like Gavin, I just got my boy.
Yeah.
He bought Fruity Loops.
Okay.
He's been up every night trying to learn it too.
Word.
And
So what's Fruity Loops?
Fruity Loops is it's like a DAW program they call it, where you just like create sound, music.
Is it a beat? Do you create beats?
Beats or looping. They call it looping.
Okay.
So like
Is it the program that I see you in?
Yes.
Or is that FL Studios?
Well, that's Fruity Loops. FL is Fruity Loops.
Oh.
So Fruity Loops.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird name.
I know. I don't understand it. Cereal.
Huh.
But it's literally what Murda beats.
Yeah, it's a good program.
Yeah.
I just didn't realize it's called Fruity Loops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fruity Loops.
Huh. So that's cool. You guys are both in that. That's
Yeah,
good.
dude.
You definitely need somebody to bounce off of. I honestly, if I had a computer, I would definitely be.
Yeah, I know. I want to bring it into my life.
Yeah.
Which is bringing it around Barry.
Right.
I don't know.
When it comes to music, I want to make stuff for like scores for movies and stuff like that.
Quick, like sound bites. Like,
I like the practice right now, but this is also my thinking. This is gonna sound, I don't know how this will sound, but I believe that I can practice something and get good at it in a short amount of time. And so I'm not too worried about not having the money for things and programs to help me practice that right now.
right.
In the sense that I still see myself doing those things, even though right now I don't have access to doing it.
Yeah.
So I'm like mentally preparing myself for the time.
For the opportunity.
Yeah, for when I have that opportunity.
Mm-hmm. It's cool. And with that said, I feel like I'm building the opportunity for you.
Yeah.
In a sense, you know what I mean?
If we ever get to like actually move in
obsess,
together.
I obsess over it.
Right. And that's good to do. It's
Yeah.
good to obsess over things that can make you money.
Right.
That's for sure.
Yep. But
I want to, I want to get, when we start getting a lot more hikes in this year, because man, I don't want to spend much time at home at all.
I know.
It sucks that I have a day job because that means I have to spend my week here,
Yeah.
like in town.
I know. Yeah. Definitely, that's what we're doing, though. We're building the life we want.
Yep. Yeah, and it doesn't start at the end goal.
And we have to put in what we got to get out of it.
Yep.
So that's what we got to put it in.
Yeah, something that is, and it goes back to what you were saying before we started recording this, is we have to progressively start doing things like more and doing things different. Because that famous saying, if you always do what you've always done, you're always gonna get what you always got. But a lesson from that, just a lesson to us from that, is that before we started this podcast, we were getting what we've always got because we weren't doing anything.
Yeah, zip.
So now we're doing something. So we need to keep like doing this. And I mean, we prove it to ourselves. 17 weeks.
Yeah, we can do it.
Doing it. Even when it gets, just full disclosure, today it just feels a little dry because we haven't been able to do anything with our lives.
Yeah, literally.
We've been
we should work, sleep, eat.
Work, sleep, eat, work. Go back to work. And with our varying schedules, we only get together once a week. Like for any lengthy period of time.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I know.
Yeah. But my main point with that is that when it gets warmer, I'll be able to be more independent because I don't have a vehicle. I'll be able to hitchhike with the equipment that I need to take a bunch of B-roll to record the podcast.
You'll be out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And freshen it up.
We'll figure it out.
Like that new car smell. That new trail smell.
Do you think that Tesla has like the same features? They
mostly. There's a couple major differences. I think one being they have a long range model that goes like 300 miles before it like recharges. It also seats 9 people, but it just looks like a regular. Wait, 9, is that accurate?
Yeah, probably good.
2 in the front, 3 in the back.
4.
No, wait a second. 3 in the front, 3 in the second row, and 2 in the back. I think that's how it works.
That'd be 8.
So 8 people.
That's still a lot, yeah.
Yeah, and the people in the back seat. I'm glad you brought this up because I actually wanted to say this. It's the worst possible seat you could ever sit in. If you're tall, you hit your head off of every bump. My friend Sam had an RX-7, which is super low, 2-door car.
Oh yeah.
You get crammed into the back. I would literally sit on my side. I would like lie down on my side like a dog, like wrapped up.
Yeah.
Because if you sit straight up, and that thing didn't have any like shock potential, and it was so low. I was getting concussions on the way to hang out. I'm literally hitting my head hard enough to get headaches. It was terrible.
Terrible. Better than the trunk.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know. We both have trunk. Dude, I've gotten a crash while being in
That's
the trunk.
wild. I've definitely never gotten in a crash, but I've worried about it very, very much.
Yeah. I know. Well, that is literally the situation where a friend said, "We're done," and 2 seconds later, trunk opens, telephone pulls, bird's eye view, like
wow,
craziness.
Yeah. I just drove to Burlington.
Yeah.
Like an hour.
That's epic.
An hour drive. And then it's so funny. I literally passed them up a note through the seats because they weren't hearing me because they were blasting speakers, and the speaker is in the trunk with me.
Forget you.
So it's loud, and the speaker's right above me, and it's like bass and everything, and they can't hear me like not screaming but like yelling to them. So I have to write a note, and and all I write on it is "need air." And I slide it through, and you should have heard the panic that ensued because they probably did forget about me. And then once they get this note from the trunk, like through the seat, and it just says "need air," Ryan was like, pull over. He thought it was like immediate. And you know how I ended up having to get air on the interstate? They pulled into a rest stop. They hung out behind the trunk and just like cracked the trunk open so that nobody saw that it was just like in the trunk. So I'm just like, yeah, face next to the trunk, like trying to breathe air.
The cold breeze, yeah, that's so funny. Dude.
Oh, I was also shirtless because I was getting really claustrophobic.
Yeah.
And so one thing that I thought would help, was to like take off my shirt.
Yeah.
Which did work.
Man.
Yeah. But then when we were on the long trail and I get put in the trunk,
I
was fine with it, but Ryan's car was not set up. It was like
the shocks
were so bad. He took the wrong turn. We're on a windy, bad road. Like
manholes everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man.
Good times, though. I definitely remember them.
Yeah. I know it's cool. It's cool to...
Yeah, it's that fun that's fun after you do it.
I'm glad. Yeah, I know. I'm going to say, like, I'm glad that we were that type of person to want to do...
Oh, yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, I may sound like I was, like, mad about it or upset, but fuck no.
Fuck no, dude.
I'm down for the adventure. Please don't wreck, though. It's so dangerous to crash.
You have 9 people...
9 people in your car?
In the car that I was
so it was a clown car.
Well, yeah. It was a 500. I don't know if you know what that looks like.
That.
But, like, it only seats 5 people.
Oh, wow.
2 in front, 3 in the back. So 3 were in the trunk.
Wow.
And
3 in the trunk while it crashed?
Yeah, dude.
Whoa, dude.
No, I was the last one in, so I was the only one to actually get hurt. And it was just a bruise on my knee. Like, I did bleed a little bit, but the trunk, like, opened up.
And then slammed again.
It came in because it was, like, pressed against the telephone pole.
Yep.
And then it came in, yeah.
Wow.
It was bad, but...
Gnarly knocks, dude.
We learn from our mistakes.
Yeah, we do. And sometimes we don't.
Yeah.
All's good.
The girl was all right. No one was hurt, so we were good.
That's good. Yep. That's definitely good.
Yeah.
Safety first, people.
Yeah. Well.
With that, we're going to wrap up the episode. Peace out. Yo, hope that was good for y'all. Not Southern, but sometimes I am. If you'd like to support the growth of this podcast, you can share it with a buddy. You can rate it on any platform that you get it, or you could support our sponsors: Morse Block Deli, North Main Street, Barrie, Vermont, or Madera Outdoor. Link in our show notes. Get your springtime hammock needs. Get a hat, get a pillow, get a watch. Get it all. Peace.